So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And this is now today's lineup.
This is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
So we're up and running. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, France certainly produced some fine defenders in recent times, and this boy, Lenny Yoro, seems to be another superb prospect. Extremely confident on the ball. He has a wonderful passing range that allows him to bypass the high press, and he's the type of defender you can't do without nowadays.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Bernardo Silva has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Aims beyond the defence. And it's Mazraoui.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, that's fabulous. Guardiola simply refused to be outdone there. Šeško. Bruno Fernandes, real chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And he's managed to get free. Looking to play him in. Doku tries looking up for options on the left. And he gets rid in a hurry. Cherki. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Shaw does really well there, strong defending. Thinks about the shot. Chance for a shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Looking for options for movement. In with the challenge. Lewis. Now it's Foden. He won't be happy with that one. No goals as yet. He's in plenty of space here. Now, can they get it back?
Doku. They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple.
Doku.
He's a sharp little ball here. He is through here. Looking for the run. Haaland! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Casemiro. Menu. Bruno Fernandes. Threads one in.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Shifted it to the flank. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Well, that looks a decent ball. Played in deep. They get a throw in. Bruno Fernandes with the delivery. Foden is there and he can get that clear. Bruno Fernandes! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Now it's Foden. That has been cut short. Menu. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Rodri, good driving run. And that was nowhere near his best. Casemiro. Can he get it through? Mazraoui. Bruno Fernandes. Knocks it into space. Now it's Doku.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Haaland is onto this. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. And we have the first dead ball. And here's Bernardo Silva. He's tried one!
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Now, can they get him away?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Glad to inform you that today's match.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Great vision. And it's made its way to him. He's having a go. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rodri. And Cherki tries to play it through. And it's Lewis. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bruno Fernandes. That's a lovely, neat pass. Haaland. Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Shaw. Well, that is one way to stop him. Manchester United have a free kick. Now it's Doku. He's found a way through. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Haaland! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think his job here, Peter, is going to be to reinvigorate that attack. Just change the rhythm up front.
That's really well cleared. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Menu. Vardiol. Bruno Fernandes. Played out to the right. Donnarumma. Lewis. And Cherki. Doku. That's shot at goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Manchester United making another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Bernardo Silva does really well to win the ball there. Casemiro. And it's Mazraoui. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's picked it up out wide, crossed into the box. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. A couple of changes then in quick succession. Foden gets it away. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And now they can spring out of defence. And he cuts out the supply. Bruno Fernandes could try cutting inside here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Ball is over the line. Manchester United making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Tries to pass it through. And a chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Lewis. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cherki. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Bernardo Silva goes short. Vardiol. Pressure coming in from all directions. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Oh, just skips past his man.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Lewis. Now Foden. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Rodri.
Added minute has been indicated.
Doku. Now it's Circe. Cherki. Here's a chance! Ahmad engages and forces him off the ball. And he's in on goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that is it. There will be penalties.
Well, it was a pretty engaging game that flew by. The separation now has left the penalties.
So we've gone the full distance here, nothing definitive, and we will be back shortly for a penalty shootout. Haaland is first to take the long walk. Oh, it's a really good save.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
And so the captain steps up. Big character, big moment, big save. Foden is second man up. Right in the bottom corner. Some nerve.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly. He just did what he was asked.
Rodri is the third man to step forward. Oh, what a save!
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Zirkzee is third in line.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
So this one to restore parity. Ah, it's a tame penalty, straight at the keeper.
Well, in trying to get clever, that ended up being too comfortable for the keeper.
Oh, he saved it!
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Sticks it away.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
Donnarumma must save it. Off the post!
It's a brave attempt, but he really should be getting it on target.
So both teams effectively one kick away from the precipice. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
So it's all on the shoulders of the keeper. That's it! It is done! So it all ends in heartbreak, all the effort, all the exertion, all the exhaustion, and it counts for nothing. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Hello, attendees.
Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, this must be one of the most spectacular sights in football. Stand upon stand, stacked each on top of the other, right up to the sky, in order to accommodate the vast fan base of La Boca's Docklands. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Real chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
João Pedro has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Morton. He's picked his way through. Look at the space here. Picked and the finish! Fantastic from Fernandez! A finish right from the top draw. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Chelsea gain their reward with an early goal. Lovely pass, but can he get there? James. Fernandez. And Cucurella. Swung over. Now it's Palmer. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that is out of play. Hasabor. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Now that's well seen too. Caicedo. Cucurella. Garnacho. And it's Fernandez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Morton. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Tries to pass it through. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
That has not gone well.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Hasabor. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Decent chance! It's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Chelsea are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Stood up well to him there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, that's a key interception. Morton. Niakate. Tessman. Foot in. Garnacho. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Hasabor. And he's managed to get free. Cucurella does well to get it back. Aims beyond the defence. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Chalobah. And it's made its way to him. Colwell does really well to win the ball there. Niakate. Morton. Niakate. Tagliafico. Now, can they get him away? Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. That's an imaginative pass. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Morton. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Tessman. Chalobah gets a foot in here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Garnacho. And it's Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. That's a good ball out wide. That's a little off target. And there is the half-time whistle. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Chelsea in control at half-time, 2-0.
Y aquí están, den la bienvenida a los jugadores.
Here we go again. Liakate. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Caicedo. It's a really well-measured ball. Palmer receives it in a wide position, and that is expertly dealt with. Morton. Liakate. Tagliafico. He has found the way through. He was under real pressure there. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's João Pedro. Knocks it into space. Garnacho. Garnacho! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Morton. Has a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. It's a pretty loose pass. Played out to the right.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Cleared without complication. Now it's Hateboer. And that's another good win of the ball. Hateboer, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. It's a good foot in there. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't...
And he shoots! Really well taken goal. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Lyon get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Palmer. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Palmer receives it in. He's going for goal! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Tessman. He's found a way through. Oh, beautifully. Oh, what a climb! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
James. Fernandez. Morton. Fernandez. And it's Palmer. Palmer powering forward here.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Palmer. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Tries to play it through. Real chance here. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, important interception. João Pedro. Now James. And it's Lavia. Fernandez. Palmer. And he was quick to react. Niakate. Very much into the last knockings. Lavia. Looking to play him in. Fernandez.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Shot, great chance!
Se agregará un
Morton,
minuto al tiempo
head out
reglamentario.
towards the right wing. And time is up. Chelsea pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Palmer claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in...
Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, this must be one of the most spectacular sights in football. Stand upon stand, stacked each on top of the other, right up to the sky, in order to accommodate the vast fan base of La Boca's Docklands. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. No, that's been intercepted. Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Garnacho. Now it's João Pedro. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, what else can we say about this fella, Moises Caicedo? He'll be extremely busy just shifting the ball all over the place as a 6 or an 8. We've seen him do that an awful lot, but it's...
And the shot! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Convertido en el minuto 10. Número 20.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. In with the challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Deep cross. Keeper has taken decisive action. Garnacho. Probing pass, neatly clipped into space. Chelsea leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Not the most convincing of passes. And he's forced to go back. Garnacho is wide and looking to get onto this. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And we have our very first corner. James goes short. And he shoots! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Cucurella is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Hasabor. Lavia has created one goal already. Nicely spread. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Good read, needed to be. Cucurella. Now it's João Pedro. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Colwill. And it's Lavia. Now James. Lavia. James receives it in a wide position. Cross to the back post. That has been knocked clear. That's tidy. Tessman. Morton. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Now it's Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. Spread it left. Decent chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
It's their second corner of the game. James plays it short. Lyon are looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. And it's Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. He's being urged to shoot. Palmer! That was superb goalkeeping.
Palmer really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Chelsea have their third corner. And it's been taken short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now they can spring out of defence.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Morton. Fernandes. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half.
This is the time you need that pace.
Distributed tidily. And he's managed to get free. Spread neatly. He's had a go! And he hits the net! Lyon are level! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Gol del Olympique Lyonnais, convertido en el minuto 44. Número 44.
Lyon grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, there's a genuine sense of tit-for-tat here, Peter. Neither side seems willing to back off here. This is a terrific goal.
Has a shot! Fantastic from the top draw. Into the lead once more. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's a sharp pass. Good ball, good take. Now the ball in. And that is expertly dealt with. And we hit half-time. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Chelsea are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Corner given. Chelsea get their 4th corner. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tagliafico. He's got tall. He's scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Chelsea go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Danger averted for now. And that is out of play. Morton. Tessman. Into the channel.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. That's just playing it safe and simple.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Fernandez does well. Here's a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. James tries to play it through. Palmer gets into a good position. Defending of the desperate variety. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Could move up a gear here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Colwill. And Chalobah. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now that's well seen too. James. Caicedo. Out to the left it goes. Cucurella. Chalobah. And it's Palmer. Now it's Fernandez. Hatterbaugh gets over and intercepts. Caicedo. Chelsea can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Garnacho.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, it's a chance! He should have put that one away.
João Pedro is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Se está realizando un cambio.
They're up to 5 corners now. James with the short one. It's a good-looking goes for a shot! And that's a real chance missed. Tagliafico. And he's been shifted off it. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Cambio.
Niakate. It's... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, perfectly measured that. Shot, surely! Tagliafico. Morton. Now it's Endrick. Tessman. He shifted it to the flank. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Now this could be a chance. Maitland-Niles was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Morton. And they've got rid. And it's Maitland-Niles. Now it's Fofana. And that has left him in a heap. And he cuts out the supply. Time and... that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card and he walks. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Chelsea are down to 10 men. Tessman. Tagliafico. And that will be it. Chelsea are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. João Pedro claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very... Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Opts for safety. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably.
Oh, what a climb! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Oh, good-looking ball. And that pass just didn't quite work. Koulibaly. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Gonzalo Inacio. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Rafael Leao. Great work on the overlap. Foot in. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. Inacio calmly anticipates. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that's a lovely exchange. Well-timed, excellent interception. Ruben Dias. He's looking wide. Sarr. Tries to pass it through. Looking to go deep. Diogo Dalot can get it clear. We're back in possession and ready to go again. Rafael Leao. To Bruno Fernandes. 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Ruben Dias. And it's Mendes. Rafael Leao. He's picked his way through. Idrissa Gueye. Now Sarr. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Diogo Costa breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Rafael Leao. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Rafael Leao. Could move up a gear here. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Vitinha. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Bernardo Silva. Now Ruben Dias. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's Mendes. That's been slipped through. And he's there to get it away. Rafael Leao. Tries to play it through. Shifted it to the flank. Mane in. And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And the second half gets underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy.
Shot a goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Cristiano Ronaldo has just shown why those situations demand a higher grade of focus. He fluffed it.
Niakate. Now it's Jackson. Bernardo Silva. He's a sharp little ball here. Sarr crosses it. He gets big. He will be livid with himself.
Senegal certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Diogo Dalot. He's going to be disappointed with that. Inacio gets across to intercept that. Bruno Fernandes. And this is Ronaldo. Rafael Leao. And he shoots! He's delivered all right!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
He's shooting! It is a very, very good save.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it. Such good technique.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
Gonzalo Inacio. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Is there any support? He might not need it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Jackson receives it in a wide position. Shot, surely!
Senegal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's in space and looking for options. Chance for a shot! That's a half-decent try.
Cristiano Ronaldo certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Senegal are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Now it's Jackson. That's a shade optimistic. They've got a corner here. Senegal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And this is Gay. Now there's a big chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Sarr goes short. Now it's Sarr. So it's going to be another corner. Senegal have their third corner. Sarr with the short one. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Vitinha, and it's Bernardo Silva. Diogo Dalot. Gay. And here's Jackson. Has a shot! It's hit the upright. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Nuno Mendes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Might want to be careful there.
Vitinha. Nicely weighted ball. Some excellent tackling here. Terrific header! And that could come back to haunt them.
Jackson was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Threads one in. That ball looks a good one. He's been taken out. Could that be a penalty? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. That was travelling. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall. Well, it's Niakate with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Senegal are down to 10 men. Vitinha. And here's Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again,
well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That has been cut short. Now it's Pedro Neto.
Portugal can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Now it's Pedro Neto. And it's Dallo. Pedro Neto is wide and looking to get onto this. Shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Changement en cours.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Cristiano Ronaldo! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Sarr. And we're done. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Look, I think a draw might have been a much fairer result today. It's just that one crucial second-half goal. That's what cost them.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Chers spectateurs, je vous invite à prendre connaissance de la note d'information communiquée par la police. Elle s'affiche actuellement sur l'écran géant. Merci.
So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained.
Oh, shooting chance! Bellingham. And he's gone searching crossfield. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he shoots! Goal! England! England take the lead. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Number 15, Grealish.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Nico Williams. Over to the other side. England leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Now the delivery. And it's hoisted clear. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Grealish. First quarter of an hour gone. Nico Williams. He is through here. Williams' cross. Palmer. Over to the left. And it's Bellingham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gets a good foot in there. Bellingham. For Palmer. Kane. Oh, good spread. Good ball, good take.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rodri did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Morata. Nico Williams. He's got away. And the shot! Yamal. Morata. And he's certainly onside here. And it's Pedri. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Played out towards the right wing. Yamal gets flagged offside.
England can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Looking for options for movement. Williams! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He was so quick off the mark there, read the ball.
Goes for a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Bellingham really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Pedro Porro. And it's Ruiz. The ball has bounced loose now. Kane. Grimaldo. Oh, what has happened here? Now the ball in. Pedri. Rodri. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Everyone, please
Look back on the first 45 minutes.
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
England leading 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
England really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Can he get on the end of this? Saka receives it in a wide position. That is good alertness. And that was very necessary. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Grimaldo. Nico Williams has it out wide and in space. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
That's positional gold. The utilisation.
Chance for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
James producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness.
This is the time you need that pace.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Kubasi. Still just a single goal between the sides.
96,628.
Yamal. There will be a throw-in. And he's managed to get free. Fabian Ruiz.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's a pretty loose pass. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Williams.
Oh, really well played.
He has found a way through. Delivers with whip. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. It's a promising position. Now it's Kane. Kane. Grealish. Real chance! Fabian Ruiz. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
He's found a way through. Takes a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substitutions taking place.
And we have our very first corner. Saka with the short one. And it's James. And the ball's come loose here. And that's aimed into the middle. And he's there to clear it. Just a quarter of an hour to play. James. For Ferran Torres. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. In towards the back stick.
England clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. England are down to 10 men.
Substitution.
Saka picks it up out wide. And he was alert to it. Pedri, spread out to the left. Knocks it into space. Mikel Merino looking to get on the end of this. Danger averted for now. Now it's Kane.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. Spain really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Very much into the last knockings. And here's Ferran Torres. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Pau Kubasi cuts it out.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And we're done. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Grealish taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
And we come to you now.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come. Kane! He will be livid with himself. Rodri. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that his job is all about supply, it's all about end product, he's become actually quite good at that. His ball retention is quite strong. And when you've got that in a wide player, you're onto something.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, that's well spotted. And he's gone searching cross-field. Bellingham, looking for options for movement. And he's intervened well there. Fabian Ruiz shifted it to the flank. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Pass somewhat off target. Pedro Porro. Rodri. Spain finding their passes. Yamal.
Such good technique.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. An instinctive delivery. Punched away. Looking tidy in possession here. Great chance! Goal! Spain! The breakthrough strike! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now it's Morata. Lewis Skelly. Decent progress down the left. Oh, played through for the wide man. And here's Palmer. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's straight offside. Greenish takes control of it and he's on the move. Greenish! It's a loop. Has another go!
England are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Grimaldo, tidy with his distribution. Fabian Ruiz. This looks promising. He is through here. Murat. Real chance! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
That's unlucky. The idea was really smart for me, and he's had a good go at it.
The normal. And it's Rodri. And it's Pedri. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Palmer. And he's had a hit. Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
They've got a corner here. Rice with the short one. Lewis Skelly. And a chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short, and this is Grealish. Shot at goal! Oh, taken with style. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That is good alertness. Rodri, out to the right. Yamal proves just a little bit too strong. And he lines up, he's got tall! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's had it nicked away. Kubasi. Now Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Yamal. Now it's... Palmer. Saka.
2 added minutes has been
not
indicated.
well. And it's Ruiz. Spread out to the left. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to...
Goal! Spain! Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And we've reached half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Lamine Yamal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
No way through. James. He's picked his way through. Kane. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. England disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Palmer. Played out towards the right wing.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And claimed it back swiftly. Rice being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they've got to...
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Le Normand. Nico Williams. He's found a way through. Now it's Saka. Pedro Porro makes the interception. So, can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Kubasi.
The attendance for this
It's
match was
Pedri.
97,559.
Rice producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness.
England may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Now it's Yamal. Bellingham. Not the most accurate pass. Cleared without oh, he's been caught on, takes a shot! Really well taken goal. Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Williams. Saka. That's beautifully weighted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He's shifting through the gears here. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Well, they are now a 9-man team.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
That's a decent clearance. James. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Nico Williams. England can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He can run onto that, and it's made its way to him.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Bellingham. And they've got a throw. Quality ball. And here's Morata. James. That's a good ball out wide. And no, that was never... Nico Williams is in a really good position. Be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Substitution.
There's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Danny Olmo has it in a wide position. Pedri! Pedro Porro. Aims beyond the shoots! Morata finds himself offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
There will be 3 minutes.
Look, there has to be more
time.
urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Now it's Dani Olmo. And this is Morata. Gehi does really well to win the ball there. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Bellingham. And it's Lewis Skelly. Can he get it through? And he's worked it through. Rodri can get it clear. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So we've gone the full distance here, nothing definitive, and we will be back shortly for a penalty shootout. Kane first in line. And he puts them one up.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
Ferran Torres is the next man in the spotlight.
Yeah, good pen that. He just did what he was asked.
Palmer is the man who's second in line. No! Denied remarkably!
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Pedro Porro is second man up. Good penalty, just steered it the other way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
England from one behind.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Dani Olmo is the third man to step forward.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
And in with absolute accuracy.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Oh, what a save!
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
James comes forward for the 5th of 5. Keeper's gone the wrong way.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
He must, but can he? England have won it by the barest of margins. Two sides.
Well, there's really nothing quite like the excitement of a penalty shootout. They'll be absolutely delighted to avenge it their way.